Hi, this is Terry with Total Life Pursuit, coming to you with relational teaching number 5. It's kind of friendship continued. So we're going to talk about friendships a little bit more. First, I want to talk to you about what fake friends are like. Ready? Really, they're acquaintances that you've known for a while. They're just acquaintances. There's a difference between someone you know and a friend. They're people that lack the capacity for real friendship. Ouch. I know that's not you. If it was you, that was you. You got the new you. There are people, fake friends are people who have relationships with you, a relationship with you to get ahead on a personal level. Fake friends are friends that have friendship with you to feel good about themselves. Hello, dating relationships. It's like dating to feel like someone cares about you so you can feel better about yourself. I am going to get into that dating thing, just not right now. Let me give you 5 attributes of a good friend. 5 attributes of a good friend. Number 1, friends tell you the truth. Proverbs 27:6, wounds from a friend can be trusted, but an enemy multiplies kisses. You know, I had this pastor in my life, Pastor Dave Pokerova. I love this guy. And so one time, I was like, man, these girls keep breaking up with me. I mean, what is wrong with them? So-and-so broke up with me, and so-and-so broke up with me, and so-and-so broke up with me. I don't know what's wrong with them. And Dave said, well, you know, they've all got one thing in common, Terry. I said, well, what? He said, you. Maybe you're the problem. What kind of thing is that to say to a friend? Well, truth. I was the problem. I was the problem. I was the common denominator, and I was the problem. And you know what? I didn't just think, wow, he's right. Thank you so much. That was painful for me to hear. It was painful. But a friend tells you painful things. Isn't it uncomfortable when you don't know somebody very well and they have something on their teeth or they're, dribbled a little something on their lips and you're like, do I say something? Yeah, you do, because that's love. You give them this. And then they look at you. Do you have something in your teeth? No, you do. You do. It's green. It's ugly. Just get it out. I think you get what I'm saying. Real friends will tell you the truth when you have something green in your mouth. And real friends will tell you the truth when you're out of line. Hey, you're out of line. You're out of line. Hey, that was a little harsh. That's what people have said to me. Imagine that. People have pulled me aside. Good friends said, that was harsh. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 15. Instead, speaking the truth in love, we will in all things grow up into him who is the head, that is Christ. So, what's a good friend? They speak the truth to you because they love you. Now, there's other people, I don't know that they're good friends. They just speak the truth to you, but they don't love you. In fact, they are like police people. They're like coppers, and you're the robber, and they just want to correct you. Well, that person's wrong, and I've got to correct them. Being a health guy, I've learned, and I've learned before this, but I've really learned, keep my mouth shut. Not everybody wants to hear how to get healthy or lose weight. I meet plenty of people that are overweight. I don't try to change them anymore. When they want to be changed, then I do. But I'm not opposed, when I feel God prompting me to say something, even about their weight. It's not up to me to police the world. It's not up to me to reprove even a good friend. It's God. I'm with him. When he tells me to do it, then I do it. And if I don't have love, I don't do it. Because then what am I? I'm a clanging gong. I'm a trumpet that's not even playing a song. So why would I want to do that? So I'm going to get love and then say what I think God is asking me to say. Does that make sense? Well, what if I don't get love? Then they'll never know. Well, then get love. That's more important, I guarantee you. Number 2, invest in you. Good friends invest in you. Naomi and Ruth is a fantastic story. Naomi was telling them, hey, you just get away from me. My life's miserable. I'm miserable. Everything's miserable. Go back home. Marry a dude. At this, they wept again. And Oprah kissed her mother-in-law goodbye. But Ruth clung to her and said, look, Naomi said, look, your sister-in-law is going back to their people and their gods. Go back with her. And Ruth replied, ain't going to be so. That's a little Terry translation. Don't urge me to leave you or turn back from you. Where you go, I'll go. Where you stay, I'll stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I'll be buried. May the Lord deal with me, be it ever so severely, if anything but death separates you and me. Man, that's investment. I'm with you to the end. I'm going to stick by your side. That is the mark of a true friend. I don't think this is anything short of giving our heart to them. It doesn't mean we're giving our identity, right? We talked about that last time. But that does mean that you're letting them in. Not giving it away for significance, okay? But you are giving a part of you to them in friendship. It's a beautiful thing. Number 3, dedication. Not that Ruth wasn't dedicated, but I got another one. Elijah and Elisha. In 1 Kings 17, Elisha suddenly appears. Elijah was a mountain man. He was rough. He was tumble. He was terse. He was a dude, you know what I'm saying? Not one of those like, hey, really sweet guys. One of those kind of guys, right? Probably very strong as well, like fuerte strong, you know what I mean? He prophesied and was fed miraculously. Mount Carmel showdown, prophets of Baal. After that, he ran and hid, and God spoke to him. That's why I like Elijah. We're going to get him. We're going to fight him. We're going to show him whose God is whose. And then one woman said, oh, I'm going to get you. And it's like, no! And he ran. I don't know. But he adopted Elisha. And Elisha had to deal with all the characteristics of Elijah. The good, the bad, and the ugly. The miraculous, fed by ravens, the Mount Carmel, and the showdown with the prophets of Baal, and the guy who ran away and just wanted to die. Same guy. And Elisha had to deal with all of that. Elisha followed Elijah everywhere he went. He was loyal. For 7 to 8 years, he served him. Then he would not stay away when Elijah sent him to another place. He was like, hey, you go over here, and I'm going to go over there. And Elisha was, nope. He kept following Elijah when he told him to stay put. God sent Elijah to Bethel while on the way to Gilgal, then to Jericho, then to the Jordan. Why all this traveling? Was Elijah trying to get to his chariot ride stop? You know what I mean? Maybe. Maybe it was to see how far Elisha would go and how many times he would deny his mentor's request, you stay here. But Elisha wouldn't be denied. He said, I'm going with you. I know your time is about done, and I'm going with you. I'm going to be by your side to the very end. He was, and man, did he get anointed and rewarded for that. I think that we do too. It's very rewarding to be the kind of friend that sticks to other people through the difficult times. Number 4, openness. Terry, you're always talking about this openness thing. What is your problem with openness? You always open, feely, open. Well, James chapter 5, verse 14. Is any of you sick? He should call the elders of the church to pray over him and anoint him with oil in the name of the Lord. The prayer offered in faith will make the sick person well, and the Lord will raise him up. If he's sinned, he's forgiven. That's good. What's the point? Verse 16. Therefore, confess your sins to each other. What do you mean? And pray for each other so you'd be healed. So confession's a part of healing? According to this verse, it sure is. So what does that have to mean? I have to confess my sins? Yeah, it does. It means you have to be open with somebody. I'm not saying you need to get out, go on Facebook. People do that. It's so weird. They go on Facebook and they confess things that should not be confessed on Facebook. I don't get that. We're not saying that. You don't have to find a priest to confess to. But openness in a friendship really allows the other person to come in and minister and encourage and build up. So yeah, confession, real part of it. What's that mean? Being open. Number 5, supports you. Number 5 characteristic is they support you. Okay, Ecclesiastes 4:10 says, if one falls down, his friend can help him up, but pity the man who falls and has no one to help him up. There's this friend of mine, Brian Griffith. I love being around this guy. This guy is fantastic to be around. You know what I mean? Every once in a while he does buy me a steak dinner, but that's not why I like to be around him. You know why I like to be around him? He encourages me. He's like, man, you're so strong. You look so good. You're so smart. You're a good speaker. But you really play well. That guitar well. Everything I do around the guy, he compliments me. He encourages me. Honestly, I walk away feeling like, yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I feel encouraged. In fact, if I was depressed, I should probably call Brian and say, hey, can we get together? I'll buy you a steak dinner. I just need the encouragement. Don't you want to be around people like that? That just encourage you and make you feel like $1 million? Then be one. Yeah, then be one. Supports you. Real friends promote each other. They don't promote themselves. They promote the other guy. It's like if you were two single guys, like swinging single guys. That's an old SNL. No one even got that. Okay, so 2 single guys roll up to one girl, and they're like, wow, she's pretty. Wow, she's really pretty. And they're talking. The one who is the good friend is going to promote the other one. Wouldn't it be fun to watch it happen like, man, he's a fantastic guy. Oh, no, he's super fantastic. Oh, do you know, he plays the guitar and sings like an angel. Oh, man, this guy, have you seen him with his shirt off? I mean, they just promote one another. What would it be like if we were just like that all the time, just promoting each other and building up one another and bragging to other people about one another? Oh, my gosh. I think everybody would be busting loose to get inside of a church. That's what I think. Because who doesn't want to be around people like that? You want to be around people like that. So, you get the choice whether you want to be that or not. You get to choose those 5 things. You choose it. You are powerful. You have the power of choice in your hands. I don't care what your upbringing was. I don't care what your learning was. I don't care where you're at in life right now. You can choose to be a good friend and have all 5 of those attributes. I know there are many more, but those are the ones I chose. I'm Terry. This is for Total Life Pursuit. We'll see you next time.